it was just a total mess and it was extremely manual. So many things slipping through the cracks, and the amount of energy that it took, like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? Are we good here? Are we good there? Is unscalable, right? So teaming up with you guys has really helped facilitate for this. And that was the main thing I was looking for, was really to streamline our operations and processes. Yeah, just for myself, man, I did not come from any kind of business background. I was a waiter in a restaurant and just followed my dreams and started building my business. And the more I mature in my just life as an entrepreneur, the more I'm realizing for myself, just become more and more legit, make real decisions for your business, act like a business owner and not just get rid of that side hustle mentality, right? So that's really what I want to convey to people, and like work with you guys has been a big step in that way of like, hey, if I want to grow my business, I got some huge dreams for what I want to do in my business, and I have to, work with people like yourself and just hire incredible talent if I want to get there, right? So that's been one of my biggest learnings in this last couple of years, really.
Cool. Love it. And so let's back up and give everybody an introduction of what you do, how big your business is, and we'll start from that context. And yeah, so take it away. Obviously, people that may have looked you up or can find your name know that you run Full Circle, so it's an Amazon agency. But I'll let you introduce the company and tell people,
Yeah.
like, especially like brag about yourself. Like, you got we're looking at your house here in the mountains of Mexico, somewhere like quite
Yeah.
nice. Obviously, you got the pool in the car and
There's the old sauna, cold plunge.
there you go. There you go.
The OpsKings sauna, cold plunge. Your business will thrive.
Right. There you go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool,
Sick.
guys.
All right. So cool. So how big your team? Because
Yep.
you don't have a small company either. You've obviously
Gotcha.
achieved quite a lot. So yeah, give us some background on you.
Yeah, what's up, guys? My name's Ken Freeman, and I'm the CEO of Full Circle. I've been in the Amazon world for the last 10 years. It started off with like building my little company as well as a waiter in a restaurant and just tried to pick things up. I dropped out of school and got lucky at the right time and ended up scaling my Amazon business, which led to a really successful exit of that company for a few $1,000,000. And since then, I've got into brand management, which is a whole different beast, where I'm essentially, an agency services, taking that knowledge, building a team around it with processes and proper operations to scale that knowledge to be able, to essentially plug other people's business into your system of what you do to help their businesses grow. And so in these last, 3 years or so of running the business, I've got into brand management, and that started off with The Ridge, which is the biggest wallet company in the United States. I took over their Amazon account. They're doing, about $150 million a year as a business as a whole. I started running their Amazon channel. And from there, I realized that how valuable my knowledge is. And I started gaining more clients and working with more people. And, fast forward, closing out 2024 here, and we have about 25 clients, huge names. We're managing about $200 million this year in revenue on Amazon. And we've scaled our team to about 65 people in 12 different countries around the world, which is the thing I'm most proud about. Half of the company, we have a dedicated office in Lahore, Pakistan. I've traveled around the whole world meeting our whole team, including our team there in Pakistan. We're just incredible. What we've really built is beyond anything I ever imagined. And it's taken a tremendous amount of work and learning to scale a business like this. And I've got a lot of help along the way, thankfully, from you guys and tons of amazing people on my team.
Sick. So let's rewind back to right before you hired us. I know what you put in the onboarding form, but like, why don't you tell people like what you were going through at that time, like the general problems in your business, or like the opportunities, that you were experiencing, and as well, like what made you decide to get help on those problems from outside sources. So I know, like, we were introduced through a former client of ours, Matt, who now works, I believe, still works on your team.
He's our CMO.
There you go.
Yep.
Shout out Matt Johnson. Matt's an awesome dude. So walk us through what you were experiencing in your business, and just the problem in your own words, because like there's a lot of people out there who are where you were, 6 to 12 months ago and are experiencing those things. And they don't know what the problem is or what the possible solutions are. So
Yeah.
walk us through where you were at.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, we were experiencing some tremendous growth pains. And, they say, after 12 employees up to like 35, it's a terrible point to be in a business because you don't have that leadership team built out. And, I've been winging it, doing the best I can for the last decade, in this business. And I had reached a point where I was like, shit, I don't know how to scale this thing in a way without fires going on constantly, right? So, as you really scale that business, like I said, now we're up to about 65 people, which is crazy. It's like you need systems and processes and tremendous organization and automations and workflows. And I mean, for us, before we start working with you guys, I mean, onboarding a client with contracts and payments and onboarding in a Slack and what happens when we onboard a client in our, system of offering services to Amazon. Um, you know, brands that are selling on Amazon, we run their full Amazon channel. It was just a total mess and it was extremely manual. So many things slipping through the cracks, and the amount of energy that it took, like, hey, did you do this? Did you do that? Are we good here? Are we good there? Is unscalable, right? So teaming up with you guys has really helped facilitate for this. And that was the main thing I was looking for, was really to streamline our operations and processes.
Cool, sick. So, and I'll link Matt's testimonial video below as well, so people can see like the context of where all this came from. Because we started working with Matt like actually before OpsKings existed as a company. So he's an OG. But what was it? So Matt, went to work for you, and what did he tell you about us that made you go, okay, actually, I think these guys are the company? Because there's lots of different solutions for this, right? Like there's multiple companies that do automation. There's multiple people that do ops. You could have hired, a COO in house. Like, so what was it about? What did Matt tell you about his experience with us that struck you as like the right solution to the problem?
Yeah, well, the first thing Matt did is he showed me his company brain, right?
Okay.
So I think you guys coined that term, and he walked me through what you guys had built out with him, which is essentially, sitting down, meeting with you guys and mapping out what is the perfect experience and process from point A to point B of either onboarding a client or fulfilling this service or doing this or doing that. And that level of organization of what you guys map out, of really mapping out every process of the business. To me, in my nature, I really subscribe to kind of like the visionary and the integrator
Mm-hmm.
hybrid kind of a thing. And I'm definitely more on the
Yeah.
visionary side. So I've just been dreaming big and then kind of making a mess behind me in a way. Right. So him just showing me that company brain was like, wow, that's exactly what I need for my business. And that was the first thing we did as well when we started working with you guys, is just mapping out every single aspect of our business, which has really been transformative.
Cool. Okay. And the so talk to me about like the process of like actually kind of rubber meeting the road. So there's one thing to like say, hey Ken, let's make a pretty picture on a computer screen, but it's something else to like actually get your team of 65 people transitioned onto to actually build something that's tangible and usable, and then get your team to use it. So talk to us about the experience of actually doing that. Like, was there anything you were worried about before we started that process in terms of like, what if it's chaos? What if our team is pissed? What if there's, what if these guys don't actually know how to build anything tangible? Like, what was that?
Mhm.
What was that transition
Yeah,
like?
it's all about the rubber meeting the road, right? Because a document is dead unless it's like a living, breathing thing that's being used by the business, right? So you can make all the coolest docs about your business. If it's not used,
Sure.
then it's not. But I mean, just as a very particular example to me, it's like an Amazon agency is a very hard business to scale because we're providing like, inventory
Oh,
management,
like
pay per
you guys
click,
have like 10
creative.
different like 10 different services. Like it's actually insane what you like, speaking from the kind of person who's like, oh, I would never want to run like your business. Like it's just a lot of work that you guys do.
I don't want to
Yeah,
run
yeah,
my
talk.
business, right? I need a lot of great operators around me to help do that. But, and to me, the biggest thing is, you guys really work with, thrive with, working with other agencies, right? And so what I want to do, and, I was a waiter in a restaurant for many years. So I was a server, and now I'm in the service industry. And so what I would do as a waiter, and now what I do in my own business, I want to give everyone a first class experience, right? And that starts with an onboarding, right?
Right.
So if it's like things are like a mess and disjointed, first impressions are everything, right? So, oh man, like the onboarding, fill out form you guys helped built out that syncs to the contracts, the payments, the onboarding in the Slack. Boom, it's one form, click a button, and the amount of automations that happen are incredible. And then our client gets onboarded in the Slack, and there is a whole a checklist waiting for them in an extremely concise manner. Hey, book your kickoff call here. Some homework items. Fill this up, fill this out, fill this out. I've also got recorded a video from myself, welcoming them, giving them their expectations and everything like that. So you guys have really helped me give a first class experience because everything, it's like what is external to the client, but then also the internal processes. We got to get both of those right as well. So now we even do some nice onboardings for our employees. Like, because when we get to that level, it's like, hey, we want to make sure that we're trying to hire great talent, right? So when someone joins my company, I want them to have a first class welcoming, the same way I want a client to have a first class welcome. So that was just a shift in perception and things like that. But the level of information that we have to collect, the meetings we have to call, and I mean now, like, I think a month ago or something, we onboard like 3 or 4 clients in a day, right? And this is it's a lot of stuff going on. So that would have been impossible if it weren't for working with you guys, for sure, right? So I want to scale our business in a great, healthy way where we're like crushing it for our clients. Um, and of course, I want to grow and make a ton more money for my business. So basically, I want operationally my business to be able to capture those incoming clients and provide the highest level service without any friction, right? So it's all about where is there friction in my business, and how can I work with you guys to help clear that up. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Love it. Love it. So one of the things that you mentioned right before we started recording is actually not even about me. Cause like this is the first time I've spoken to you since our sales call. And that was like 4 or 5 months ago. So I
More.
actually
Maybe 7, 8 months ago, something. It's been a while. Yeah.
something like that. Anyway, it's
I
the
don't
first time
even
we've
know.
spoken in a while. Actually, it's been our team, like your team coordinating with our team. So speak
Yeah.
to, what I've heard from a lot of people is they say, yeah, whenever I've worked with an agency, if I get passed off to an account manager, it's like this second class experience. And so you kind of want to talk to the founder because like they've had bad experience. A lot of people have talked specifically about the business analyst that you worked with, Steven, about how like it didn't feel that way. So speak to your experience working with
Yeah.
Steven and the rest of that team.
Yeah, 100%. I mean, we're 2 agencies working together, right? And I
Yeah.
don't want anyone messaging, DMing me every day about doing little things here and there, right? So whoever is your, you know, whatever the term is for you guys, business specialist or your key account manager, your client
Just
success
make
manager.
something up. I'll change his title. That's no problem.
Yeah, whatever that term is, you got it. For anyone trying to scale your agency, getting that position right, whoever is the client success manager or whatever that may be, that is the face of the business. And Steven, who we've been working with for many months now, who mainly works with my team, and I see him a couple times a month. We're working with you guys every week, though, of course, but he's mainly working with my team. Is a phenomenal representative of the OpsKings and super sharp, just a fun guy. I feel like a friend, right? Which is, I think, the most important thing. You want to, when you have a meeting with an agency or
Yeah,
whatever,
you want to like hop on a
you
call
want to
and
be
be like,
friends
oh,
with the person.
I like talking to this person like fundamentally. Like you and
That's the
me, like
most.
I
Mhm.
honestly I could talk to you about like bowling and it would be like it would be a good conversation,
Chop it up.
right? Like just
I've bowled a couple times. We can chop it up
I'm
on that.
yeah, I'm
Absolutely.
actually
I
terrible
feel
at
you.
bowling. Yeah, but like I was just I don't know.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
don't
I
know why
gotcha.
my brain went to that point, but whatever.
You
So
want to be able to make that human. You both have to provide a phenomenal service and have that human connection with the person, and that's how you keep clients for a long time. You guys have done a great job with that. shout out to Steven, who we've been working with for many months now, and hope that continues to be so. And we have a great relationship with him, and he just we get a ton of value, so we're extremely clear on what we're expecting, when we're expecting. We talk about what the priorities of our business are, and we go through those sprints with him, and we meet on calls. And just the way I am, I just want to talk to people, right? And so we get on a call, and I'm like, hey man, this is this new service of the business that I want to offer, and then we just get through, and he just is like my therapist in a way, and we just talk through whatever my dream is really for what I want to do, and then what does perfection look like to offer that service for both what the client receives, but then internally, what does our team have to do to provide that first class experience for our clients?
Yeah,
Yeah,
cool. Talk to me about change management, because like, there's part of it is like your vision as the founder being like, this is the direction I want to take my company, and then you probably talk to us as like a first line of like, how do I conceptualize this? But then part of it is like, okay, now that we develop some software, we have to get your team to actually start to use it.
adopt.
So how is that transition been? Because a lot of I think a lot of people worry about like changing something in the company. Like, oh, we have all these Google Sheets, or we have this ClickUp thing, or we have Asana, and our team like likes it, and I don't want to rock the boat. So what is the you talked about like a first pass experience for your team. What is that experience been like?
Yeah, ideally, it has to be conveyed that these things that we implement in our business is actually to make everyone's job more clear, and in a sense easier, in a sense of that there's it feels good to have clarity, right? When there's a lack of clarity in a business, it feels very bad, and everyone's like, I what you no, you should have done that. Pointing finger. We want to avoid all of that, right? So conveying that this process that we're going through is actually adding more and more clarity and organization to the business, and helping us grow, and getting people really just bought in to the bigger vision of the business, that, hey, when we grow, we all make more money. And hey, if you're loyal from the beginning, you have preference. You know what I mean? So and then our team gets to see that. And so and that these operational, upgrades that we go through by working with the Ops Kings facilitate us to have more growth, which makes the pie bigger for everyone. So I mean, it's just been amazing to see, and we get a lot of buy-in. There hasn't been any. Thankfully, it's been a very smooth transition in those ways, and people are very supportive in the team, and just amazing how we've grown. And thanks to you guys so much. And I mean, this December, we're giving out more bonuses than I ever used to make in a whole year before I
Oh,
started my business.
oh, geez, okay,
So
yeah,
before I started the business, right? So
yeah, yeah, yeah.
and so the bar must continually be higher and higher. And just to, the CEO of Netflix once said, we're not a family or a professional sports team. And I don't
Right.
fully agree with that, but I think there's a meeting
Interesting.
point.
Okay.
There's a
Okay.
meeting point in the middle. Someone I look up to, said that as well about his own company. But there is a family. I mean, we totally are a family. But at the same time, if you want to be in this family, the bar is very high.
I
Simple
think,
as
but isn't
that.
that just a sports team though, where like everybody in the team is like, we're going this way, we're gonna win,
Yeah, yeah,
and then you
but
support your
yeah, certainly, like, maybe the best person. The camaraderie has to be
right,
incredible, but certainly, like, I've been doing this for some years now, and like my team, in a way, truly is like a
right.
family as well, and
Love it.
they're always close to me and stuff. So it's all of these things, and it's like, hey, the bar must continually be higher and higher for myself and for everyone. And so, are you in or not, right? So, are we using Airtable as we should, or are we not? Right, which has been a huge thing as of late, especially working with you guys, of switching over our whole operational processes and organization and everything in our company to Airtable, which you guys have really pushed us for. Just to talk about that point, and it's the way to go. It's the way to go, 100%.
Cool. Love it. Yeah, in terms of anything, I guess I asked you a bunch, but is there anything else? And we'll do a part two in a few months here after your business is double the size and
Yeah.
and that. But Is there anything else, like if anybody is either other thoughts you had that you think might be valuable, your perspective might be valuable for other people in certain ways, or anything else you wanted to add before we wrap here?
Well, you know, probably a lot of the CEOs here are the visionaries of their business. And I am extreme in the sense of I don't do anything I don't want to do. All right. And I've been the main operator of my business with a lot of help, but for quite a while. And it honestly kind of drains my energy a lot. The thing that brings in the most, so any agency owners thinking of scaling your business, everybody's thinking about scaling your business, but realize where to best position yourself and what actually is the best use of your talents. You probably are the most knowledgeable person about the service that you're providing, and you're providing the vision and leadership of your company. So I want to stay in that visionary mode and just dream and scheme. Dream things so big that people will call you a fool, right? And then team up with phenomenal operators to help bring that to life. So that's just what I've been doing, is being kind of like maybe, I don't know, a little audacious is the word, or almost like maybe that's too big of a dream to even have for your business. But that's just what I've done. I put great operators all around me that help bring it to life. And the OpsKings have been a huge part of that. So there is a way. And get out of that side hustle, that whole little hustler mentality that we all have to have when we're starting up our agencies at the beginning of our business. Just continue to evolve yourself, your understanding of business, and put great people around you to help your business grow. If you are the bottleneck of your business, you're going to create something that you don't even enjoy. The whole thing is create a business that makes a ton of money, that you actually enjoy the experience of. And for me, if I'm the primary operator of the business, I have to talk to all of the clients and put out every fire. That's something I don't want to do. So team up with if you're the visionary of your business, team up with phenomenal operators like the OpsKings, build the dream team, and run it like a professional business, not like a little, hustle sideshow type of thing. So getting out of that mentality constantly and leveling up is the way to go.
Love it.
That's my
Thank you,
two
sir.
cents.
Appreciate it. That's pretty good. I might even count it as three, two euro cents, or like a little bit more.
Yeah,
I don't know
I
what
think
the
so.
exchange rate is. Yeah, something better than 2 cents, whatever. Appreciate it, Ken. Thanks for your time, dude. And that's a wrap from here.
All right, man. Thank you guys so much. Really appreciate it.